Alrighty, what is going on, all my green lovers out there? Welcome back to another video where today we are starting a new series of videos where I go over the ongoing This Week at Bungie. For those of you who don't know, the This Week at Bungie, or the TWAB, which the community has nicknamed it, is kind of like just a review of previews of what's to come, what's been going on in Bungie, showing off just all the stuff that happens. But I will also be including any other news updates that I didn't cover in other videos in this as well. So before we get started, I would quickly like to point out that if you go over to the pre-orders for Beyond Light, you can now see the new ornament for the No Time to Explain, which is the Stranger's Rifle, of course. So if you head down to, you can only unlock this via the deluxe edition, and yeah, so obviously on the deluxe edition you can see really cool thing right here. So they've remodeled the deluxe where it has like Stranger right there with the Splinter of Darkness and her Sparrow. But right there you can see the No Time to Explain has this new icy cool look, which is very interesting. So I just wanted to point that out. But let's go back to the main page where we have two things to go over. One is the This Week at Bungie, which was a pretty interesting one. Definitely more tech focused. But let's first go over 100% chance of snow. Not gonna condense this down really small. But basically, they talk about how Beyond Light is going to change the way destinations work. So in destinations before, you never had to worry about environment type things. That changes this fall as they introduce storm systems. So that's pretty like amazing. So we've got so basically they're blizzards, and so they mention a few stuff specifically where like it was you can't ride your Sparrow in it. It will knock you off your Sparrow, and it will like just wave you around, and it's very dangerous. And they said like they say here, dynamic weather was a huge step for the Destiny team, but it was just the first. Knowing that the real storms don't suddenly appear and disappear with the exact same features every time, the team looked into different ways they could immerse players into coming and departing storms. So that means that there are going to be different types of storms. So this is casual Europa. You know, you got your night sky, ice, can really see everything. So during the lights, so the first has no storm at all. This is when this is what Europa would look like with the new weather system, clear skies, fresh snows, perfect skiing weather. Consider the smoothest sailing you'll do on this icy moon. During a light storm, the wind picks up, snowfall increases around you, and it's largely aesthetic. The light storm blots out, I think that's supposed to say blocks, but I'm not sure. Blocks out the sun and completely obscures the skies above you, said Viliki. I'm probably butchering that name, I apologize. This alone dramatically and changes the feel of the destination. So that is, so you can see, like, it's just kind of like you have blindness on, so, like, you can't see, like, far away the structures or the sun, and so when the heavy storm hits, the sky is heavily obscured, the person says. The wind roars and the snow flurries become even more violent. The mid-ground is difficult to see and is not for the and is not for the faintly visible solitudes. It would be nearly impossible to navigate it. All players are encouraged to stick close to cover and move. So this is literally the same shot, and you can just see how ridiculous it gets. And they say it's also worth remembering that just because the weather picks up doesn't mean the moon's combatants disappear. So even though it looks like the snow is shooting at you, it's not. So with nearly zero visibility, a fallen Kel to stop, it might not hurt to pack a thermoscope, which is what we saw in the trailer. I'll leave a link to the trailer and my breakdown of it. So you're gonna need to focus on that a little bit more. So, and then in here you there's a bit more XP, or there's a bit more stuff that like says how the audio team wanted to give a Europa feel, like what they wanted for it, and it actually started out by them using Antarctic, like actual sound from Antarctica, and then like altering pitch, the volume, and then triggering like snow and wind, and ultimately we get this 32-second sound. So this is a this this is actual audio during these storms. So headphones warning because this is very loud. So yeah, pretty weird stuff. We also get some other things that says like yeah, right here, more things about like how Varric sent out the distress signal, which seems to be more and more why we actually come to Europa. So yeah, but let's move on to the This Week at Bungie for the 24th. So like I said, this is going to be more tech focused, so I would keep that in mind. So we get this so this week at Bungie, the weather is changing. They have links to both of these articles. Take a look at the map and the new Beyond Light trailer, which again, link in the description. So more Xbox Game Pass. I'm not going to cover that because I'm PS4 focused. But I do gotta say this was neat art that they made up with. It was just like adding Eris and that Cade or Aldrin. I think it's Cade. So yeah, just keep in mind Xbox. This stuff is for Xbox Game Pass. So, ye old banner of iron. A few weeks back, we announced the extension of Season of Arrivals, noticing that we'd be adding a few fun things between September 22nd and November 10th, and the new November 10th launch date of Beyond Light. We featured some double ordeal loot on the Lake of Shadows this week. Drifter has been up with antying with triple infamy. Next week, Lord Saladin returns with triple valor, themed weapons and armor, and his pinnacle bounty rewards. So here we have these new weapons, which highly recommend you get them. The quest is easy. It's literally like 50 kills, 25 with this, 25 with this. So just 50 kills with the sidearm and 25 kills with each of these. So Iron Banner will start there and end when Festival of the Lost. There will be a few more weeks with increased for Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit, so stay tuned for announcement. So, talking tech. With Beyond Light on fast approaches, time to shift our TWAB gears a little bit today. Today we will be talking through some of the back-end changes that will be coming to Destiny 2 on November 10th to guide us through this process. We are passing the mic to Destiny Engineer Director David Aldridge. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that as well. So this is Aldridge. I don't know what that is. When Destiny 2 launched 3 years ago, we had no idea that in 2020 we'd announce a new trilogy of expansions, among other 2020 surprises we didn't anticipate. Ooh. So at the time, we thought Destiny 2's arc would look a lot more like Destiny 1, a couple of expansions, and then a sequel. We learned many lessons from the transition to Destiny 2 and from shipping Curse of Osiris, Warmind Forsaken, and Year 2 seasons, and Shadowkeep. When we evaluated those lessons, we decided not to pursue a Destiny 3, but instead to reinvest. Sorry, I'm very bad at reading, especially when I'm reading fast. Everything in Destiny 2 and make it all that it can be. Check out our longer written up on this choice here. So to support that strategy, we've made several tech investments to help us sustainably evolve the game for years to come, and some of those investments are arriving in Beyond Light. So many of the changes will be under the hood and won't affect your experiences, expect insofar as they may help us deliver you more and better Destiny in the future. But of course, some will be more like big and curious differences, bugs, all that, and some weird 90s kids reference, which I was not born in the 90s, so I'm sorry. So this is the one that I'm most excited about. We have shifted our scripting model to run on physical hosts instead of mission host. So I know the Bungie or the Destiny community is a little nitpicky about story missions and their throwaway dialogue, as they put it. So I think it's good that missions are getting a rework with the script. I think that's really, really good. And I'm hoping that we'll see things, and they say they're focusing on like in-game mission action more than just random dialogue here and there. So that is good. I am very happy about that. So it says what you might notice, and they add like at the end of all these, like what you might notice. New scripting environment changed many behaviors in complex ways, and you may see interesting behavior changes or bugs in pre-Beyond Light missions and public events and similar. So I'm excited to see what that is. So we've tested these missions heavily and stamped out many bugs, but some will undoubtedly slip through. We've mentioned and fixing remaining bugs over the time. In some cases, these issues were more severe. For example, they caused the Prophecy Dungeon to be unavailable temporarily. So I know they did say that. So we're all excited for its triumphant return, slated for the end of this year. So it looks like in December or at the tail end of the season, we'll get it back. And it says triumphant, so maybe it'll be different. One other cool feature is the area is face-to-face joins in social spaces, so you can now fireteam join up in the Tower of Friends without a long tower reload. So basically, in plain English, I think that means so basically I think that is trying to say you're in the tower, your friend's in the tower, you want to join up, then you both just join up in the same tower without, going back to orbit and then flying back down. So I know that'll be a little. So we revamped our content building and patch pipeline for speed and install size. So this is a lot of stuff that I'm going to condense down into. There's they're with removing they're changing how updates work, so updates won't be as long and drastic, especially considering that they're taking out content. So I think it said so we made investments to bring them down to sub minus 12 hours. Um but I think they say yeah, the install size is shrinking down to 30 to 40% or 59 to 71 gigabytes. So that is really good. But unfortunately when they do this, that means they'll have to you'll have to completely like reinstall Destiny basically along with the update. But really good is that they are because they know that that would take forever and people with bad internet and people on PS4 and Xbox or just PS4 really, that's all I know of. For them not to get those long updates and then the copying update, the preloads are going to start in the evening or of November 9th, which is the day before Beyond Light ships, so Pacific time, which is thank you so much, Bungie. That really helps me out. So that means I can just like jump in without the update, or without the update taking forever. So we basically this will help ship mission critical fixes faster than when game breaking bugs arise. So that's good. And reduce our overall ship pipeline depth, enable us to work on Destiny releases closer to their ship dates, so we can react to fresher information about what's happening in the live game. For example, historically, each of our seasons has had to go deeper into production before the preceding season has launched, preventing us from reacting and learning from the preceding season. These tech improvements should give us 1 to 2 more weeks of flexibility on the seasonal scale, helping us to pivot more quickly in some cases. So all that sounds really good. Character system. They have rebuilt their character system. Again, I'm just gonna condense this down. Just gonna condensing these all. I know when Luke Smith did his interview with Dr. Lupo, he asked about would there ever be considering like face changes. So they have said that they are going to have like new face. There's going to be like new like face models and like shapes. I know one thing they said is like facial hair, and so it says you might notice that your guardian may look a bit different. So I'm excited to see how that looks as well. They've relit portions of the EDZ and Nessus. That's pretty much in the nutshell of that. Is like certain areas in the only 2 remaining Year 1 destinations will have new relit areas that are, important. Probably just like, random areas that are like, because I still believe that like Destiny 3, they took the Destiny 3 that they were working on and they just decided to put it in Destiny 2. That means stuff like lighting, stuff like I don't know, stuff like lighting, gameplay, all that would be changed because it's a new game. Like in Destiny 2, when the moon came into Destiny 2, it had new lighting in some places because, that was just how Destiny works. So, that's good. So, we're excited to leverage these improvements to reload our efforts on Destiny 2, and we aim to make Destiny 2 still feel like your home away from home, which I am very happy about that. And you can learn more about the tech stuff here, so that's pretty much that. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I think I've got it down. So yeah, pretty short. I think that's just because I didn't read all of it. I'm sure there's some stuff I've missed, but hopefully not. So I don't know if all the This Week at Bungies are going to be turning into more tech-based, but I'm sure not all of them will be. But pretty much that's all I got for you today, guys. I really hope you did enjoy. I'm excited to do more of these because I often notice things that people, many YouTubers don't notice. So here, let me point something out that angers me so much that no one has noticed this. If we go back to the I think it was this week at Bungie. Yeah, triumphs. So if we go down to the yeah, the screen, look at that. You see that? You guys see that? You notice what that says? That Guardian's light level is 469. Not a single YouTuber has pointed that out. No one has pointed that out as far as I know. I commented it on one of the major content creators. He did not ever talk about it in his videos. But what does this mean? I don't know. Are they just gonna get rid of the 750 mark, or I don't think Guardians are gonna bring their light level down to 1000 because that would mean that sunsetting wasn't really a thing, which we know it is going to be. So I think it's just that Bungie's taking away that 750 starting cap and going back to like grinding out all the way up to 1000. Pretty interesting. That'll just mean that it's really easy to get up to light level, like, I don't know, 12, 1300. Like, there'll be lots more powerful gear that you get, which is good, that makes me really happy. But yeah, guys, that is all I have to speak about. So I really enjoyed going over this with you guys. If you guys want to see more of this, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these, like, sort of news videos type thing, and I'm really excited to see what else is going to appear. By the way, minor note, that This Week at Bungie thing, awesome. But anyway, guys, subscribe for new content. I will be making stuff I'll be making videos all the time whenever whenever stuff like this drops, whenever major in-game content drops, I'll do a live stream or I'll do a video. But yeah, that is all I have to talk about today. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.